You a God. Well, what do that mean, Yaki? I'm a God. Like God in the sky? No, God in the sky is in you. You a God. Book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. Ye are gods. Ye are sons of the Most High, but you will fall like princes. And it's for our iniquities. It's for our violations against the natural order that I've been talking about this whole video. You are God. You're the reflection of God. You're the image of God. Once you realize that you are God, you will have to hold yourself to that standard of being God. What is God? God is generator. God is operator. God is also destroyer. Which part of that God are you activating? Are you going around destroying things and not rebuilding? Or are you going around generating things and not giving it over to the masses? Or are you operating out of your righteous mind or out of your sinful mind? You know, what are you doing for your community? And most importantly, what are you doing for yourself? Once you get that God title, God means power. It's called El in Hebrew. El. When you have that power, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to create, you're going to build, or you're going to destroy? Once you realize that you're a God and you hold yourself to that high caliber, now it's time to start doing something with it. Because God have a God diet. God have a God language. You know, if you walk around every day like you God, you're going to speak different, right? You're going to look at life different. You're going to make sure what you put in your mouth is different, because this is a God temple. I can't put nothing in this that's going to disrespect God. This is a God mouth. I only speak words that create. Abracadabra is a Hebrew word. It means I create what I speak. Every time I speak, I'm going to create something positive. This is a God. I'm only going to deal with godly women, whether you're a woman. I'm only going to deal with a godly man. Once you start operating from the God mind, or what I call the Yah mind, your whole life changed. So what I got to say to the young nigga in the hood, you're God. Peace, God. And from that conversation can turn into anything. And usually when you say peace, God, that's what changed them anyway. They were like, you call me a God? And once you realize what that means, I'm not calling you the Most High. I'm saying that ye are sons and daughters of the Most High, and you bear the last name of the Most High. Once you get that means you inherited all the greatness of the Creator. That means all this creation is yours. You see what I'm saying? And with that mindset, now you know how to operate with your family. Dang, I need to create something for my family. I need to leave something behind for my family. I need to set up rules for my family, won't be distracted, or to keep my family protected. You know, in the Bible, they call it commandments. And my aunt, they call it the 42 negative confessions. You know, we talking about the same universal religion with these spiritual practices that you can apply to oneself to move over from your animalistic nature to your higher consciousness, man. So yeah, ye are gods.
Keeping it real, God is just a rumor, gang. It's not nothing that nobody can actually put nothing on and say, okay, cool, it's real, right? But the Creator is not.
Man, bro, I never thought about that, bro. It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
Nobody ever seen it, heard it, nothing but from another person.
Because I'm put it like this: if they say we are just like God, or we are made by God, then that means we got the same powers. That means we should be able to use our powers.
Yeah.
So why are we trying to use other people's powers or pray to other people outside ourselves when we should possess the same power as Jesus? Because that's what Jesus said. Jesus said, what I do, all men can do.
Right.
And they say Jesus, but Jesus was actually consciousness.
Yeah.
And I got a problem with the Muslims too.
Wow.
Because look, the Muslims said some stupid shit, and they say,
hold on. Gangster said he a Muslim.
I got a problem with the Muslims. All you got to do to possess that is want it.
Yeah.
That's it. Once you want it and say, I got it, it's coming.
Facts.
So everybody a prophet. All you got to do is choose to be.
Facts.
So he can't seal it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real, but a lot of people believe in that when they praying to a rock. And I say it all the time, Muslims pray to rocks, and everybody pray to certain things, but don't nobody pray to themselves. And that's the problem in the world. So it ain't no God, and everybody know it.
So
God
what's
is business.
What's our purpose here?
Listen, I'm gonna say this. We in prison. Everybody think the purpose here is like some people say it's a school, but it ain't nothing to learn. Let me tell you this, ain't nothing to learn, because everything constantly changing. So the only purpose that life can be, it could be the witness. Your life is to witness this. It's all you're supposed to do is witness. Observe it, watch it, right? Because everything is fake, but what you feeling is real. So everything is fake, but everything is real at the same time, right? Life is about watching it and understanding how pain turned into joy, pain turned into happiness, watching how everything just changed and changed and changed and go in this little circle.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch. All you got is stillness, and not playing the game, understanding. Right? Okay, cool. I've been reincarnated. How I know? Because I know. Right? It ain't nothing that you can know. Like everybody, like, man, explain to me God, or explain to me how I know. We can't put it in words. Why you think of so many books?
Yeah.
It can't be put in words, gang. You just gotta know.
Yeah.
And then when you know, you gotta do what you know. The problem is, I want to do what you know, right? I want to do what he know. I want to do what she know, but I don't want to do what I know. The fact is, you gotta do what you know. You gotta go on a limb and only do what you want to do. Believe in you. Believe in what comes through your mind, because that's the true connection to God.
Yeah.
The only one, and not in the book. Because I'm telling you, everybody give their idea of the Creator, their idea of God. So what's wrong with me giving my idea?
Spirituality, nobody can teach it to you. You need to get the fundamentals of any books, any spiritual system. You can get the fundamentals and then look at inside of you and then determine how you are going to use the fundamental principles to improve your life. But nobody can tell you, you must pray every Friday, you must do this every Saturday, you must do that every Sunday. No, because what is good for you is not necessarily what I need. You may need to go into yourself and meditate 100 times a day. And even the same person will not need it the same way all the time. You, in certain circumstances, you need to be meditating and finding all your forces, gathering all your forces continuously certain days. And then other days you may not even think about it. It doesn't mean you don't pray. Because everything you say, if you're living your own life, if you are who you are and you know who you are and you live working towards realizing your mission in life, every sound of it out of your mouth is a prayer. Every gesture you make is a prayer. Every dance you dance is a prayer. And when you make love with somebody, you are praying. If you know who you are and this person knows who they are. That's right. There isn't anything that you do that is not a prayer when you know who you are.
It's 2026.
No, it's not. It's 1446. You see, you confused. You brainwashed. It's 1446. And I can tell you how I know. Because they stole time. Listen, it's supposed to be 13 months, but then they made it 12. Right? You gotta understand this. So you gotta understand this 130 years right there. And then you gotta understand all the history that they stole. They stole history. You gotta understand this. What they did was they conquered people, conquered shit, and said it didn't exist and changed the time.
What do you believe? Everything's not a conspiracy.
No, it ain't a conspiracy. You gotta understand this.
Everything's not a
conspiracy. No, it's not a
conspiracy.
conspiracy. Niggas, I'm playing with. I'm talking about shit that's true. It's not a conspiracy.
No, I hear you.
For real, it was 13 months. If it wasn't 13 months, it wasn't no.
But I'm saying, like, what do you believe? I
don't believe shit. What? Ain't nothing to believe. I just know. Listen, belief is what man thinks is true. And it's a different thing when you talk about a true statement and a truth statement. A true statement can be proven false. I'm gonna tell you a true statement. Milk is good, but it can be proven false. I'm gonna tell you a true statement. We stuck, because who the fuck got out? Right? It's different ways, and people don't understand the difference between the true statement and the truth statement. What I give you is the truth, nigga. I'm a prophet of the Creator.
Why can't pyramids be built today?
They can.
Why? So
they can, and they still are. They can, and they still are.
So why are we?
Niggas one in Memphis.
Man, you talking about a fucking glass?
No, one in Memphis. You see, you think it's a game. You think they just toys. Why the fuck would they build them like that? Nigga, go to Vegas. Niggas one in Vegas. Why you think niggas gamble like that in Vegas? Nigga, the pyramids said they getting built. Nigga, they stole the technology. They said he building them, but you don't know you don't know.
Nah, I'm talking about the pyramids in Egypt.
They're the same pyramids.
The big block, the big ones that they can't build anymore, my nigga.
You don't get it. Yes, they can. Nigga. The first phone, how the first phone was big as fuck. It ain't the same phone no more. So you think the pyramids gonna look the same? You gotta use your brain, nigga. The pyramids is where they still at. You see them. Vegas, pyramid.
Nah, bro.
You think I'm crazy?
People are looking like
I'm crazy.
No, listen.
You want things that same, everything changed.
I seen architects be mind blown on how they built that pyramid because they can't make it like that no more.
The rain haven't even fell the same way twice. People always change shit. Everything was changed. Right now, I don't think you understand. I'm gonna say this, right? People don't know that everything steady happening, but you don't know that it's happening. I can prove it, nigga. I can prove it. The moment you get a vehicle, like I told you before, you ain't gonna see that vehicle till you get it. So I just told you right now about the pyramids. Now, nigga, you finna start seeing pyramids. I just woke you up, nigga. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to enlighten the world. Right now, you asked about pyramids. I just told you about pyramids. Now you finna start fucking seeing pyramids.
You changing up what I'm saying,
No,
bro.
I ain't changing it up.
There's no scientific way to make a pyramid how they made them thousands of years ago.
That's what you say. I'm gonna say this right
That's
there.
what they say.
No, listen, that's what they tell you.
But why? What's the benefit?
Because they don't want you to use your power.
What's the benefit of that?
Because you be stuck in you'll be dormant. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, gang. If you understood that you can move blocks with your mind, why the fuck was you moving with your hand?
Why they not moving anything else with their mind?
They are. You just not seeing. What the fuck is wrong with you, say T? You just don't fucking see it. It don't mean it ain't happening. It's fucking happening.
Okay.
I'll fucking do it. I can do it. I can move the fucking wind, nigga.
When I was young, I was taught to believe in God. And I grew up with a belief in God, that there was an intelligence that governed my life, that I could not see, that was vast and beyond my human understanding, and it was comforting. As I got older, I began to realize that beyond believing in God, I would have to perceive in God. Beyond believing in God, I'd have to perceive in God, meaning now that I believe that there is a God, I have to walk, talk, and act like that God. A little different from believing in God and from a distance. God is there, I'm here, and I believe that you are there. As I got older, I began to say, you know what, you're not even over there, you're way up in here. So to really show you respect, God, to really acknowledge your presence, I gotta act like you. I gotta allow you to come through me. I have to really begin to let go of what I believe you are and let you show me who you are. And so I began to perceive in God. And that means I began to look through a single eye. Not just my two eyes here, which is belief in God. I began to perceive God through a single vision. And that single vision is I had to act God out. What would God do in this situation, in that situation, in this situation? I had to act that out. When I began to act God out, a certain power came over me. In my little world of rap and MCing, when I began to act like God, oh man, I'm rocking parties. Any battles that I'm dealing with, I'm slapping MCs up. I'm moving through the world with power. That power was addictive. And I wanted more of it and more of it. I wanted to drink more of this power of God, this idea of perceiving God. And I don't need money. Money comes to me. I don't need health. I drink poison and I'm still alive. I don't need, suddenly I'm not afraid anymore because God is with me, because I believe that I perceive that, there's no more me. There is only God. And now I have a power. And that power became addictive. And that addictiveness made me drink more of God. In a nutshell, or in a sentence, I realized that, and it makes me chuckle, because I realized that God is the air that I breathe. That I'm not even responsible for my own consciousness, my own sense of being aware. I'm not responsible for that. This substance, this thing right here, this, whatever this is, this right here, we think it's air. But I realized that if I stop, close my nose and mouth for 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop. My brain don't even stop. My body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. I'm inhaling and exhaling God itself. And this air is conscious. That linked me up with quantum physics, where they got the new string theory and how strings are vibrating in certain ways and gives you air, or gives you a tree, or gives you a human being. That everything is conscious. Not just the life that I have, but the clothes that I'm wearing, the air, everything is conscious on some level. It is vibrating. It has a purpose. It has a point. It has a point of view. Everything. So I began to see God as everything. Everything is God. And in me and everything. So I said, wow, what a way to live. Everything is God. I'm everything. There's no limitations. Let me keep breathing. Let me just keep breathing.